pretty awesome. I want to start this by saying son of a bitch. I have done comedy in a number of states on a great number of different stages and venues, but tonight is a series of firsts. First time I've ever been in a venue that is a bar that is retrofitted from my granddad's tool shed while maintaining the rustic charm of a mechanic's lobby. I felt like when I went in on the bar, there should have been one of those little cranks that has the gears that shows the viscosity of the oil. And another first, I have never, and I think will never again, can say I've performed on a stage that has a tree. Why has no one noticed this or said anything?
Oh, we have.
Stage has wood.
Yeah!
It's happening.
Make it happen!
Yeah. Call 911.
Get the cat!
I'm not.
There you go, hold it.
I was going to try upside down comedy, but I don't think that's going to work for any of us here. My arms are so scraped up. Not since 3rd grade. I love Facebook because it lets me keep in touch with people that I haven't talked to in like 10 years, but simultaneously reminds me why I haven't talked to them in like 10 years. It's like, I'm a fan of not being on fire. I like gay couples because they have kick-ass terminology. Like when you're a straight couple, you have like a wife or, you know, my spouse. Gay people have partners. They're like Tango and Cash. Like a law firm, like Rubens, Case Rubens, Tambiano and Bryant. Just puts a whole new light on those guys. That's a gay party. Wouldn't it suck to be the Susan that they named the Lazy Susan after? Because first off, that device is stupid. Like, yeah, Susan's a bitch. I was like, hey, can you hand me the salt shaker? She's like, no. I invented a device. That's how lazy. It's just a fucking wheel. Fun story, it takes more effort to go than to just do that. God, Susan's a bitch. I went to the dentist recently. I saw a disturbing commercial. I want to know when we, in this age of science, are going to get to a point where 5 out of 5 dentists will recommend a goddamn product. We're at this dangerous 4 out of 5 mark. That means 20%, a very substantial factor. 1 in 5 of you has a dentist who would be like, hey, should I floss? Like, that's for queers. Just chew on some foil, you'll be fine. I always imagine that going to the dentist is as close as you'll ever be in real life to being in a Saw movie. You just lay down strapped to a bed with these hooks and they're like, every day you eat pizza and sweet sugary foods. Today you will bleed to save your mouth. Well, as you know, there's a fellow in it by the name of Jigsaw. It's not his real name, but he's John Kramer. It's a long story. There's 7 movies. You end up in these death traps. You wake up, the puppet's on the TV, kind of bobbling around, and the voice talks like this. And you're always watching that with some douchebag who's like, man, if I were in that situation, I'd get out fine. You know, there's that asshole who's always like, no, I just picked the lock, kicked that one dude in the mouth, you know, whatever. And let's be honest, if you woke up in the bear trap thing on your head with the thing on the arm and the 2-minute clock going down, you're gonna die. You're not gonna MacGyver your way out. You're like, you must cut off your arm or die. Like, well, I'm gonna panic and cry, so. So here's what I think I would do if I was ever in a trap with the Jigsaw Killer. You know, I'd wake up, TV, hello, Matt, you whatever the fuck I did that pissed you off, and if you don't cut off your arm, you will die in 2 minutes. I just take down my pants, start masturbating furiously. Because I just figure he'd be there like, oh, that's not what I said to do at all. Are you gonna even try to get out of the? You're going to die in 2 minutes. I followed you for like 6 months to set this up. You don't know how much money I spent on razor wire. Please stop that. No, turn off the machine. Turn it off. No, I'm not gonna do it. No. And you know, the police would come later and they're like, well, looks like his head was ripped to pieces. He ejaculated 7 times though. This Jigsaw Killer's a mastermind. I don't know, you eat at Hardee's because they've taken this bold campaign strategy of just trying to kill people that eat at Hardee's. Like every burger is like 15 pounds of beef and 7 slices of cheese. Even our fish is made of beef. Their slogan's like, Hardee's, what are you, queer? Speaking of gay people and cereal, what? Yeah, I went there. I think the cereal companies should sue the gay community. Wouldn't it be weird if I just left the joke at that and just let you guys hang on it? I'll explain it, don't worry. I think they should sue them for misappropriating our interpretation of the word fruity. Thank you, Your Honor. What else am I supposed to call these pebbles and these circles? Can't call them colored. See, I tied it back to the Count Chocula joke. Now we can go on to, because this one just says, fake orgasm, question mark? But don't worry, I remember how I got to that point. This is like one of those backwards things. It's like a David Lynch movie. Like I'm showing you the end right now, and you're like, what? That doesn't mean anything. And through a convoluted process that goes like this, we're going to figure it out. This goes back to the quality of sex you would imagine a person like me has. Let's just say the type of sex that a normal, well-adjusted, attractive person who can talk to people and doesn't say this kind of stuff on stage is an Oreo cookie class of sex. What I have would be the Hydrox. For the 3 of you who know what a Hydrox cookie is. It's just like an Oreo, except it doesn't say Oreo in that middle circle. And so I was going to quantify that. If you were a crowd of many people, you have to use your imagination for this joke and like pretend this is a club and we're indoors and I'm paid to be up here and that people are laughing. Where was I? Yes. I was going to say, how many people here are in the exclusive club that they get with chicks they're so not into that the guy fakes the orgasm? I mean, it was going limp anyway. I was trying to spare some feelings. Is it weird to find the Esurance pink-haired girl hot?
Yeah!
I would wreck her. She gets me animated. I would also do Jessica Rabbit while we're on the topic. Why don't you have a girlfriend, Matt? Well, because I like cartoon girls and video games. I have always imagined, this everyone has a soulmate. This is a really dorky video game joke, spoiler alert. I just want to say, maybe people even believe that they like it. If everyone has a soulmate that they're destined to find, I think my soulmate's Carmen Sandiego. Do you want to hear my prediction for baseball season this year? Baseball's going to suck. Yeah. It's still going to be boring, and I won't care who wins. That's my prediction for the year. I hate people who talk about baseball. I play a lot of sports, I don't even tell looking at me, but I have to qualify that by saying I consider anything a sport if I finish that activity by drinking a Gatorade.
So, I like video games because I feel I'm a stronger person because I play video games. For example, because of my childhood, I know in a pinch I could beat up Mike Tyson. I also believe that it states who you are as a person. If you grew up with video games and your girlfriend is kidnapped, you don't call the police. You walk down the street and beat up every motherfucker you see until the Shadow Master gives her back to you. What's the most famous girlfriend rescue video game? Very good. Don't make me break up the song. I think that game is based on a lie because there's been 19 Mario Brothers games and they're all the exact same storyline. Bowser, large turtle monster, has kidnapped a princess and Mario's like, fuck that shit, and trashes 8 castles and takes her back. First off, that's assault and robbery because he takes all those coins. I think that's not a kidnapping because who gets kidnapped 19 times? I think Mario's the kind of guy that just can't handle a breakup. Fuck you, I love you! Luigi, get the truck, we're taking her back again! Mario, we can't keep doing this. Bowser has 8 castles and can provide, and you're a plumber. You think mushrooms make you big? So as I was growing up, a big thing that was, I don't know if it was a controversy, but it will be for the sake of it, we'll sensationalize this joke a little, was that Barbie was an inappropriate toy for girls to play with because it was an unrealistic role model. Do you guys agree with that? I think that's bullshit. Because I played with He-Man. Did you see the abs on this motherfucker? Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't get a pink convertible? Have you ever fed a battle cat? They eat gazelles, bitch. I didn't get a Snake Mountain and stop fucking Trapjaw from killing Stratos and McInnis, because God knows he's useless. My